This video will demo how to set up a standard FlexPass. So to get started, you're going to go down to Setup, click on Subscriptions, and then click on Subscription Settings. From here, you can name the subscription naming. This would be for all of the subscription packages that you offer, like what you want that default name to be. So for example, you might call it memberships, or you might call it subscriptions or passes, whatever you want to set that up as. Choose how you want them to validate. So either by the subscription code or logging in with their email or password. And then you're going to change this. If this is set to promoter, for FlexPasses, you want to set this to patron manages ticket assignment. And then once you've done that, scroll down and then click on save. Now you're going to set up your season. So click on seasons. Here you'll see all of your seasons. So maybe your 2016 season, 2017 season, 2018 season, etc. So to get started, I'm going to click on add season. I'm going to name this 2018 season, and then set up the date range that all the shows fall in with inside that season. So I'm just going to set this to be 2018 to the end of 2018. Click on add season. Now you got to put your subscriptions inside your season. So you can either click on subscriptions on the left side or just click on the number 0 right here. Now I'm going to add a FlexPass. So I'm going to click on add. I'm going to select FlexPass, and I'm going to call it, this will be the group name, so you might call this FlexPasses, okay? If you're going to offer a variety of these. So I might say FlexPasses. And the name of this one is going to be 6-ticket FlexPass. You can set up your prices. So I'm going to do adults are at $100. Students are at $75. Set up the sales start and end time. So this is fine with me. And then also when they can actually use it. So this date should be when the code will work, both online and in the box office. So if you want it to work now, you're going to set up today's date. If you want it, and then when you want it to end and not work anymore. So I'm fine with these dates. Now choose the number of tickets inside your FlexPass. So I'm going to set this to 6 tickets. Click on add. And now you have a FlexPass set up. You can set up a description by clicking on the gear and then click on edit description. So here you might say how many tickets are inside this and like what it gets. My description says this includes 6 tickets to our 2018 season. Tickets can be used all at once or spread out over several shows. Click on save. And now that you have that ready to go, you can also do a welcome message if you wanted to. This would fire in addition to the order confirmation. So I can turn this on, write a special message, and they would get a welcome email in addition to their order confirmation. I'm okay with this for right now, so I'm just going to turn this off. I can always come back to this later. Now that I have FlexPasses set up, they will work on any event. If I want to set up restrictions, I can do that. So I can click on the name of the FlexPass right here, and then I can choose seat specific. So I can click on this and then set up maybe a range. So I only want this to work on tickets up to a particular value. So maybe I don't want them to work on tickets that are priced over $50. Or you could set up your minimum too, okay? You can also do a restriction on the section area, okay? So by default, they're gonna work on any event unless you set up restrictions. So right now I do not want anything above $50 to be eligible, so I'm just gonna set a max price there and click on save. Another way to deactivate a FlexPass is on the event date level. So you're going to go over to events, open events, and then find your event. I'm going to click on Manage Event Dates from the dropdown. This show has two shows. Maybe I don't want people to come to the November 2nd show. So I would click on November 2nd and then deactivate this. So do not allow FlexPass. So that means that on that date, FlexPasses will not be eligible. And if I wanted the same thing for this show, I could also do that by going here and turning that off. So now FlexPasses will not work for this event. The section name, where you saw under the setup of section names, here I might create a FlexPass for like a general admission event where I only want this to be eligible for tickets that have a section name of special event. I could do that by setting up that and clicking right here and typing in maybe special. So now this will only work on tickets that are have a section name of special. So to show you that, I'm going to go now to events, open events, and maybe I have my general admission event. I'm going to click on manage tickets. And right now I have no section name. So that FlexPass I just set up that said only use on this section, that's what you're looking for. So I could change this and say special, and now those FlexPasses would work on this. Again, by default, FlexPasses work on everything unless you set up restrictions. Let's go ahead and test now a FlexPass. So I'm going to buy one. So I'm going to buy a comp one in the box office. Load my account. Okay, so when the user completes their transaction, they'll get their order confirmation. I can click on print subscription here, and here's my FlexPass package. So I'm going to now take this code at the top. You'll notice here the how it works section. This is a default message. If you wanted to override that for your subscriptions, you would find that under subscription settings. So I could go to setup, subscriptions, subscription settings, and there's an area called how it works. So if you want to override that message, that's where you do that. Okay, so I now have my code. And I'm going to buy a ticket online. Okay, so here's my event. You can see that this is the special one. So only event dates that have marked that special will actually work for this particular FlexPass. I'm going to choose my ticket and then enter in my code. And then now I have the ability to use my FlexPasses. So now I get the free tickets.
It's basically an app that allows
and commit to buy. So that is how you set up FlexPasses. Let us know if you have any questions.